Hello, this is Zoe DeLuca and welcome back to the Social Media Marketing for Network Marketers course. Today we're covering Twitter Domination Part 4, Delivering Quality Content and Tweets. So now you have your powerful profile set up, you've added some followers, and if you haven't, I really encourage you to go back through the previous videos. What do you then actually tweet about? What do you write about on Twitter? And this would be one of the questions I get the absolute most is, I don't know anything interesting to say. What do you suggest that I type to engage people in Twitter? The very first thing I want to get through to you is you should not be just spamming your network marketing business on Twitter. The quickest way to get people to unfollow you, to disengage with your conversation, is to just start sending them links to your generic business page. Okay, blatant marketing is never going to work. You need to offer value or you'll be totally ignored and unfollowed on Twitter. The best way to build up credibility is to discover your niche first of all, then provide links to valuable information and resources that the people in that niche would be interested in. And that's really easy if you're looking to attract people a lot like yourself, because you then start to think, well, what information are you interested in? I'm going to show you some places to find this really simply and quickly on a daily basis, so it doesn't have to take up a lot of your time, but you can still provide great value. Things like inspirational quotes, personal development, observations, something you've been reading or watching that you found valuable yourself will generally be to people in your target market as well. Events you're attending, and yes, I do include company events in that. I was on a fantastic leadership call this morning that I was tweeting about as well because I was getting great value. I wasn't talking about how fantastic the company was, but rather how fantastic the training was, and passing on snippets of that so that others could be inspired and gain from that information as well. There is a time and a place to promote your own content and your own business links on Twitter, but I would limit that to about 10% of what you're doing. Be promoting other people's information, other contents, and showing the social side of you, so adding photos, links to videos that you've done, both personal and ones on the business. And it's important that you're promoting other people's content as well. The search engines like you doing that in the bookmarking sense, and so do the social media sites. Little note here, I have chat with @replies. Now an @reply is the @ symbol and then the Twitter user's profile name. And that means you're speaking at that person, or you want their attention, or you're thanking them for something. So it's like, using their name at the front, if you like. I don't do a lot of DMs or direct messages on Twitter unless it's something that I want people to sort of connect in another way. I don't use a lot of private information even in the direct messages that I do. I prefer to say, can you give me a call, or can you give me an email? Here's my email address to do that. Because remembering, everything that goes up there could possibly be in the public domain at some stage down the track. Another thing too, whatever you're typing into Twitter, even if you choose to delete that tweet, you think better of it, it could well be cached into history forever. So once again, don't put anything on Twitter that you wouldn't want the whole world to read, and be proud of it both in a business and personal sense. Be making sure that you're retweeting or putting the RT symbol in front of the person's Twitter name. When you find somebody has shared some great content, I'm going to show you a very quick and easy way to do that in the following video in part 5 on account management. Okay, so where to find valuable information to tweet about. 2 sites that I recommend. The first one is called Stuff to Tweet. So STUFFTOTWEET.com, and it's very simply Stuff to Tweet. And it'll even show you here what's popular on Twitter. Don't be afraid to retweet things that are already popular on Twitter. It may well be that the people in your circle haven't yet seen it, or you can become a part of a trending topic that will get your comment retweeted as well. One I love for internet marketers especially is a site called Mashable. And these are the things the posts that are popular on Mashable right now. And let me show you how easy this can be. Netflix brings HD movies to Macs and PC. So if you're into videos, if you're into technology, if you're in that sort of group, and that sort of age group is your niche and your business is well be something worth sharing, I often share things on social media marketing and etc. because I find that my target group enjoy those just as I do. So you click on the link from Stuff to Tweet, it will bring you to the page, in this case Mashable, and Mashable make it super easy for us to share this. All you need to do is click the little retweet button here, and off it goes to Twitter. Another site that I recommend for great information is a site called PopURLs. That's POPURLS.com. PopURLs looks very similar to Stuff to Tweet. There's a few different places there, some bookmarking sites and what's popular overall. Now, they won't always be as easy to tweet as that Mashable one, so let me give you an example here. Facebook privacy, bewildering tangle of options graphic. Okay, so this one has led through to the New York Times, and it's to manage your privacy on Facebook. There's an amazing graphic there. It's really quite an interesting article as well. But you see, there's no tweet or share buttons or anything on this. So what you'll need to do to tweet this information is go up the URL, copy and paste that URL into your tweet. Now you can just go to Twitter and include that in your tweet, but you'll see how long that URL is. It's going to take up half the length of your tweet. So in the next video I'm going to show you how to shrink that down and tweet that out to your followers very, very quickly, again using that tool I mentioned before, which is hootsuite.com. We'll get to that in just a moment. The other place you can find some valuable content to tweet about is of course your own sites, whether it be your business sites, your personal or business blog. I tend to tweet every new post I put out or put up a comment or ask for feedback, but I don't send every single post I do to every social networking site, and I don't bookmark it to every single bookmarking site. It's important that you're seen not to be doing all your own content or only your own content. But again, the way you do this is click on the individual post, get the URL from up the toolbar, click to copy that, and then paste into your tweet, and off it goes. Again, a very, very long link, so let's show you how to make that much simpler and more efficient to use as well. Another place that you can set up to be sending you alerts on when there is information in your particular interest area is a thing called Google Alerts. So it's google.com/alerts, ALERTS. And you can look at your search terms. You can tell them how often you'd like to be notified, and Google will actually send you an email alerting you when those terms are appearing on the web. So it could be for a particular leader in the industry you're interested in, a particular website. So something like Mike Dillard's blog, for instance, is updated, as well as RSS feeds. The other thing I recommend you do here is put your own name into there and set up a Google alert for your own name. I have one for my Twitter name as well, so I can just see where my name and my material and content is being used across the web or reference. I have mine sent to me once a day, and it's really quite interesting to see how far your content can spread and how far your name can be branded on the internet if you do this effectively. Wherever you're getting your content from, remember to show your personality in your tweets and your twittering. I like to add a small note to the front of it when I share links as well. Ask your Twitter followers for feedback. What do they think? Are you using this? Have you had the same experience? Love your comments. Inspire others, share your story, have fun, be entertaining, answer people's questions, really get into replies using the @replies I spoke about before. And you can also use the hashtags as well as the Follow Friday we mentioned. Quite often the events or trainings that you're going to will already have a hashtag set up on Twitter, so you can all be interacting together. Collaboration is vital. If you retweet, if you share good content through Twitter, then your followers will do the same for your content. Remember though to keep your promotional tweeting ratio about your actual business or through to a link that is asking for a sale down to about a 1 in 10 ratio. And just a final comment to remember again, everything you say is public. Don't say anything you wouldn't want the whole world to read. I mentioned a couple of ways of delivering great content. We're going to look at 2 Twitter platforms rather than working from Twitter in our next video, which is part 5, account management and social media integration.